I planned on doing was just reading through and then adding the notes in as we go along. Anybody would like to read the first paragraph that has the men's book? No? Okay. This book is an unapologetic call for men to live courageous for their faith and their families. It is designed to strategically challenge you to become the man God created you to be. In the following pages, we will discuss God's designed, I read this 10 times and I still don't get it right, designed journey for a man from birth to death. We will talk about how to let go of the past, become a stronger spiritual leader in our home, win the hearts of your children, and pursue the ironclad character God wants to develop in each of us as men. Finally, we will challenge you to commit to living for God's higher purpose in the form of a resolution. We want you to experience the rewards that came from fearlessly embracing the responsibilities God has given to all men, regardless of any past mistakes, boldly living the life God intended right now, and then leaving a strong legacy for many generations to come. Too many men sadly waste their lives. They don't really know the God they claim to worship and have not ultimately included what they are living for. Half-hearted and indecisive, they spiritually wander through life in a fog of confusion and apathy. They can tell you what they are doing this weekend, but they have no clue about their purpose in life or in eternity. So my first note, half-hearted. When you have a car, you do put gas in it. You do maintain it. We are like that car. We need a daily fill-up because we get horrible DPW, days for worship. Some people our projections whack overnight for some reason. Some people take time to come to church but do not fill up their tank. Monday they are thinking, God, I feel so empty. Oh man, look at that cleavage. Oh sorry God, not you. Oh man, look at that cleavage. And that's what creeps back in. If you let your car sit too long without a full tank, the tank begins to rust away. Holes form, leaks fuel, equals harder to keep full. We read about purpose. Purpose is God, family, neighborhood. I've seen people on Facebook ask questions like, what is my purpose in life? Although we each have a variety of individual purposes, we also have some that are the same to begin building on. Our first purpose is to worship God. Be thankful for all He gives us, even those things we do not realize He gives us. Life, goods, family, money, etc. Uplift your family and friends. When you make your family happy, you will get joy. That's one that I had trouble with for many years, figuring out how do you get joy. Because a lot of people don't have joy. Visit the lost. neighbors, friends, others, depending on where you are in the Lord, will affect how you are with your neighbors, friends, and others. You will be ineffective if you do not have an abundance of love and joy. Visit the lost. At this point, it doesn't matter what religion they are or were. Introduce yourself, give them your phone number. Being a missionary starts locally. This is our personal card that we give out to people sometimes. And we also have cards for some other ministries we're doing. Okay. Back to the book. As a result, they go through the motions day after day, wasting most of their time in trivial matters. At home, men are notorious for being oblivious to the huge leadership vacuum their passivity creates. They don't realize how negatively their wives and children are affected by the lack of spiritual direction and leadership. Family leader begins with prayer. Prayer at meals, morning rush, bedtime as a family. Care equals fervent prayer. I might have Donovan's throat thing by the end of all this. But we don't have to keep living this way. We can be inspired by the fact that great things happen when men wake up and step up. When a man finally understands his role and resolutely surrenders himself to God's plan, his life completely changes. His priorities and vision become clear, and his life takes on a bold new purpose. He learns to say no to sinful and secondary things that hold him back and keep his values and commitments strong no matter the circumstance. The Old Testament leader Joshua was a man of resolution. He knew who he was and what his responsibilities were. Time and again, his boldness, faith, and courage rallied the fearful. Forgetful men of Israel and battle and conquest. Finally standing before them near the end of his life, delivering a farewell address to his countrymen, his wholehearted resolve and commitment to God as the leader of his family still showed through. He said, "If it is disagreeable in your sight to serve the Lord, choose for yourselves today whom you will serve, whether the gods which your fathers served, which were beyond the river, or the gods of the Amorites in whose land you are living. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord." Joshua 24:15. He wasn't swayed by the thousands of men around him. He wasn't swayed by what the thousands of men around him decided to do. Whether or not they responded favorably to his challenge did not affect Joshua in the least. Even before they made their decisions, he was already resolute. But as for me and my house, even if his house was the only one,